They're allowed to pay, per module.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes. So there are 4 elements to the fee, the total fee. The first element is a registration fee, an application fee. And I'm sorry, we've had to put that in because we used to get huge numbers of people applying and then they didn't come.
I don't blame you, Kim.
It cost us a great deal of money. Because, of course, we had to get the staff ready for all these people who we thought were going to come, and then they didn't come. So we have an application fee, then there is a registration fee, and then there's Module 1 fee and Module 2 fee.
Awesome. And not only that, you're allowed to spread your training, I think, up to
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. No, it's
so
2 years.
You can do Module 1, but you have to do Module 1 within the 6 months.
Yes.
But then you can take up to a year off before you do Module 2.
Module 2 and apply it. So it also gives you an opportunity to build up the money. And I tell you, at the end of the day, because we're looking, how do we make this available to the Nigerian teacher? Because by the time you apply yourself through this training, oh my goodness. I know the change that happened to me. There are times I'll be like, what have I been doing? Lord, we have so much to give in Nigeria. These are the things that are hindering us going global. And this is why, UK was finding it difficult. And they said, look, for you to get a QTS to be able to come and work here, they opened the door to other nations in Europe because that is the system they practice. They teach with wanting to emphasize skills and not just knowledge. I remember when it was like, all I'm going to do is write an essay, but goodness. Now, there are people who get people to write their essays for them. Please, there's corruption everywhere. But
that won't work on our program.
No, it won't work. Yes, I know that. Please explain why it won't work.
System, because you have to, you're talking about what you've been doing in your classroom. Now,
yes.
No AI system can write an essay about your classroom.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because we've seen things all the way through. Mm-hmm. We know your writing. Mm-hmm. We know who you are. We know about your classroom. So by the end, it's not. I mean, nothing is completely.
No, but you've put in the check and balances. For example, there were some school owners that wanted to come on your program. You said no problem, but they must be teaching.
Yes.
They must be teaching, even volunteer in their school or somewhere. No one can go into this program because it's not about the money, it's about impacting knowledge.
That's right.
The money is to enable the program to run. Kim didn't pay me. She's not paying me. Ask her. There's no payment from UCL.
And I'm not being paid either to do this.
We just want to reform education. We came here and said, how do Nigerian teachers get hold of this and change the world? We're not looking for everybody. We're looking for chosen people. Are you one of them? It doesn't matter what background, what religion. Do you want to impact the world? Do you want to change? Do you want your children to be globally relevant? Do you want your children to stand out? Do you want Nigeria to stop being known for corruption?
Well,
do you want to change?
Do you want the future politicians to come having been taught to think rather than
just
regurgitate information?
Yes. We need to change what we even value, when we are teaching our students, when they regurgitate to you, you say, yes, no, you're looking for the person who is applying, the one who can plan with it. Do you know, as we've started to share this, because we like I said, the American Christian curriculum already has this in their pace. Now we add the Nigerian one because we want our curriculum to be fully Nigerian. We are now training our teachers to develop the Nigerian curriculum in this way. And it is amazing. Our children are standing out and we don't want to hide it from anyone. We want to share it. There's so many, and we're even in the process of working with, I told you about that, with someone and offering it to the government, one of the governments, because the person is straightforward. But so I want to get feedback from the teachers that are on ground. Has this made sense? Do you want to apply yourself? Do you want to make
Does anyone have any questions?
Any questions? We want to get feedback from you before we round up. We have like 10 to 15 minutes. Who would like to feedback? We've asked everyone to unmute if they want to. If you're having any problem, let me know. Can I get some feedback? Any questions?
Okay. Thank you so much, Kim, for sharing. That was deep. I want to ask a question. I'm just remembering something that I don't know if I should mention the name, but she's been on my case to do the
IELTS.
Yes.
Me, I've been on her case. Yes, because of in Nigeria, Kim, the English, a lot of people can write English very well. They can even read it. But the speaking, because it's not being emphasized, we've started emphasizing in the school, teaching them phonics on how to speak. And when many Nigerians come to the UK, they have problems understanding what is happening.
I hope my accent wasn't too bad.
Not at all, man.
You spoke slowly, and you know you're an international educator. I had no problem. I'd love to hear from them if they, even Blessing was like, sometimes she couldn't understand. I said, yes, but it can be taught. There are a lot of free lessons and even paid ones that can help you. And that's even, Kim, apart from the fact that there are prejudices, some Nigerians can't break through here because people don't understand them.
Yes.
And also because they don't, and for you to be a doctor here, you have to go through some classes to be sure that you can understand the people who are asking you for medical help.
So Emeka, what was your question?
Yes, so Emeka, okay. What's your question?
Okay, my question is that you mentioned IELTS test as one of the, I think one of the requirements.
Okay. So does he need to do an IELTS test to be able to be to go through the program?
So it's IELTS or equivalent. Now, the reason for this is because we have had to fail people who they've had, when we didn't have English expectations, they've said, yes, they can speak English, but they can't. They're using Google Translate. And it wasn't working. This is particularly from China. So we've had to be very clear that there is a baseline that you can speak English. Now, and engage with English, because you're having to think I think it was you actually wrote, "This is deep." You're having to think at a deep level. And if you can't think deeply in English, you will struggle on this program. And we don't want to set people up to struggle. But it could be that we can work with Teju, and through your company, Teju, we could get people, you could do some assessment.
Yes, it's part of the things we offer.
So that assessment would be considered acceptable. Now, obviously, it's so that you can achieve, not to stop you doing it. I mean, you can hear me. I want everyone to be able to do this, but there has to be a baseline.
Awesome. There has to be a baseline, and it's for your own good. We want you to be able to make a presentation to UN. Why can't you, Kingsley? Why can't you make a presentation to UN? Why can't you, real one? We want you to dream big, but go through the training and change Nigeria, real one.
You won't have to do speaking in the program. I mean, we have included in the program, we have what we call check-in points, which are Zoom meetings like this, where the students all come together and talk to each other. It's great fun because, of course, we've got people in China, we've got people in Canada. So we've got almost a 12-hour difference. And we trying to find the time when everyone is together. But it does. So there is times when you might speak, be expected to speak, like at this. But most of the time it's written work and it's writing on forums.